channel is not about being racist against Chinese people. Welcome to my channel. This is not being racist against Chinese nationals, but being against Chinese government law that allows their citizens to oppress the Africans living in China. Also, it's being able to speak out on things that the Africans refuse to speak, or the Africans have not made away to the people. Just want to add some things about Chinese in Africa. Recently I posted a video here about Chinese immigrants and illegal immigrants mining in Zamfara, which is the northern part of Nigeria. They are mining without license, and they are mining in a very strong area that being occupied by some of the Islamic terrorists. This place, some of the Chinese give out money to the locals who are actually struggling to live there. So they utilize the advantage of the vulnerable people and hide their crime. Luckily, the Nigerian police were able to fish them out. If you have not watched that video, you can go back to watch that video. It's on my YouTube here. But today again, I want to also expose another illegal mining in Nigeria, in a state in Nigeria called Osun State. A few weeks ago, the governor of Osun State with special task force, when arrested about 27 illegal miners. Among the 27 are 10 locals, which is 10 Nigerian citizens, and 17 Chinese nationals. These nationals came to Nigeria. Some of them came with valid visa, but the visa is not a working visa. So they came in and they find their way into some of the rural areas where the people are actually looking for, means to life. So they utilize the lapses of the security agency in the country. They engage these people, the villagers, into illegal art. So this give them the opportunity to mine things in the expense of the locals in the country. These Chinese immigrants, they refuse to go to the normal process. They try to utilize every means to see that they exploit the environment of much mineral resources Nigeria can be proud of. Why I'm saying this, if you remember before, I tell you that no African will go to China and mine illegal. They will either get you, they will frame you up, they will imprison you, or they will harvest the African organ. So we asked ourselves what Chinese is doing in Africa. Is it fair? I understand that in Africa they have come to open hands to Chinese. They give them, the equal right they gave to their citizens. Mostly some of those, I'm not sure if they're already citizens. But if you're not citizens, they still allow them to do things citizens do without being oppressed. You see in Africa, even in Nigeria, they have some Chinese people being given some local titles. They embrace them as their own self. They take care of them. They make them to feel welcome in Africa. In some part of the country, like Zambia, you find that even the Chinese have taken over their police. Is that right? China is inflating Africa with their criminal activities. And yet, they have the guts to maltreat Africans that travel to China. They have the guts to bully them, use stereotype words. They have the guts to claim that such a sickness, COVID-19, came from Africa. Everybody knows that COVID-19 came from China. China should be kicked out in Africa. They should be paid. They should pay for their crime in Africa. They should come out and apologize for what they have done. I know now everything seems to be subsiding, but the racism is still in there. They try to cover it with their media. China must apologize to what they did to those people they exposed to coronavirus in their country. African leaders need to wake up and tackle this. Allowing China to occupy some vital place in Africa, the police. No African is being employed in China as a police. No African is given the same title they give to very prominent and disciplined Africans in Africa they gave to China. Non-African they gave that in China. Yeah, they may like you, they may find you interesting, but they will not give you some of the vital position they give to their people. Then why Africa giving that out to China? China is indirectly and directly influencing Africa, and they're showing another kind of slave trade in Africa. This is something that you need to stop. We've watched here, we saw Chinese people that came to a country, even their men understand the implication. They asked them to stay for 14 days quarantine. They hired the local. That's what they do. They catch up the vulnerable people. They look for them. They pay them money trying to migrate to another country.
Don't you know this? Don't you? You already tell you we have problem with the friend that you meet.
She said he has a problem because his friends came from China and they were escaping without completing their 14 days of self-quarantine. Yeah. They were running to DRC for work. Okay, let me talk to her. So now we arrested them at the border point in Zombo. They have been brought back. The government of Uganda has put very clear guidelines for self-mandatory isolation. And we've got a group of...
Thank God for those Uganda police that, come over, and thank God for the Chinese, maybe probably Chinese citizen already, citizen of Uganda, so he's part of Uganda now. He knows that those people that came are criminals. He has to report them. It's such a mess thing in Africa. We need to hold these Chinese accountable. Enough is enough. Thank you, Lord Obi.